Hello everybody, I'm so excited. This is Beauty Graffiti's episode 10. I'm so excited. We are in the double digits. That's a really cool thing to do something and just see the progression of it. So hi and welcome. My name is Eartha Baca. I'm a certified makeup artist. I'm also a graffiti artist, and so I do art looks and I do regular makeup. Regular, I should say, wearable. So today, what I'm going to show you is a really cool trick about how to use highlighter stick for your contour. And you don't normally think of a highlighter stick as a contour stick, but if you choose a darker color than your skin tone, a darker color than what you normally use for a highlighter, you can actually use it as an undertone for your contour, and it makes it so easy because it's on a stick. So first, let me just go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. This particular brand, this stick is a cream to powder stick. This is unique. This is an a la mode, and this color is called Opaline, and it is a beautiful dark copper. So this would be a highlight stick if you had like beautiful skin, like let's say Beyonce, just like this beautiful golden, gorgeous caramel, just beautiful. This would be your highlight color. Normally, like for me, I'm lighter skinned, so I use iridescent. This is a highlighter, but I also have Opaline because I use it as a contour. So let me just show you how to do that. And these sticks last forever. I just don't even know how I would ever go through one of these. I use the white a lot. Let me show you how much is in here. I use this so much, and it's still barely even halfway down. A little goes a long way, so it's pretty cool, and I love how they just twist up. Okay, so I've already done my primer, and I have not done concealer yet. I'm not going to use concealer today because I really want to just focus on keeping it simple. Okay, I use concealer for sculpting cheeks and, you know, just really going for it when I have a more of a glam look going on, but this is just kind of simple today. So I'm going to take this darker color Opaline and use it where I would contour. So let me just tell you a few contour tricks. Actually, it's just a kind of basics on contour. When you do your line, you want to start from where the top of your ear is at your hairline, and you want to come down to right where you can feel the hollow of your cheek. So if you do what we call kissy face, you see that hollow goes right there. And then what you want to do is you want to go from your hairline to where you would see the center of your pupils. Okay, so you don't want to go farther in, and you don't want to just keep it out. That's really key to stay symmetrical with your face, your structure of your bone structure. And everybody's different. So if you have a heart-shaped face, a rectangle, square, or an oval face, you really need to find your structure of your face, because one contour doesn't fit all. Okay, this is your face, and you're going to see how you want to highlight, shape with shadows. You can do anything with makeup. You can actually just have the appearance of a stronger cheekbone, which I don't, but I'm going to make that happen now. So I'm going to start from my ear and go down to here with just one little swipe of the Opaline. Okay, other side. Okay, now I'm going to go across my forehead. I think a rather large forehead. And I love what Rihanna said. She's like, I got a big old forehead, so I just take it where I got to take it. I was like, I feel you. Okay, so what you want to do now is go along your jawline. And I'm going to show you something. With me, in particular, I have this part of my face right here that I like to put shadow on because it looks a little bit more hidden. And I'm going to actually just look like I just lost 5 pounds by doing this. And the trick we talked about last week, Riri's double chin trick. So you just want to hit a little bit under here, and we're going to just do a little triangle, just like that, okay? So we're going to blend this out. And the reason why we're using a highlighter to do this is because it's going to give a really pretty undertone, a really pretty glow. It's not going to be over the top. It's going to be under our foundation, okay? As opposed to when you contour over your foundation, this is actually under. So check this out. This is the foundation concealer brush. It's double-ended. I really like this bigger side to blend, and so soft. I really like this brush for this trick. So I'm just going to actually just kind of blend it just so it's not so harsh, okay? I don't want to blend it as if it's my final look because we have not done our foundation yet. Okay, so this, you can see how it's kind of like got that shimmery highlight. And this is just such a pretty look. I like to take it a little bit back to the hairline like this. So I'm not going into my hair necessarily, but I don't want to have like a line. And I like to wear my hair back a lot. And so I don't ever want to have this line happening. And we'll fix that with the foundation as well. But you can see how this is already giving my cheeks a little bit of definition. And with that copper glow just underneath is going to be so pretty. And it's not going to be like you notice it. So with contour, you really want to make sure you blend it out, and it's something that's not just immediately noticeable. You want it to look like shadows. That's what contour is, shadows and highlights that sculpt out your face. Okay, so I love this brush. The reason too is that it's wide, and see how that just like, I'll go slow. See how that brush just really does a great job. Okay, you want to take this down a little bit, blend out that little triangle. And again, you want to make that a little triangle. Okay, that's where you want to blend under your chin. You can, if you want to really get in there and do more, but again, we're keeping relatively simple today, like an everyday look. Okay, so this would be like an everyday look. Oh, let me grab that. I saw that up there. Cool. Okay, so that's just the initial blends, and this gives me like an undertone of shadow already and shape, and so you can see the difference going on. So right now I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to grab my foundation brush. Let me explain this brush to you. This brush is, I love that it's flat, angled, and short because you're going to watch how I work it, but also that this little well is in the brush. This is not where you put your foundation. You don't want to fill up this little hole with foundation because then it's not going to touch your skin properly. You want to put 5 little dots, which I'll show you. And the purpose of the little hollow is, if you can see how it works on the skin, it's really going to spread that out, okay? So when you use your foundation, you are going to be using some more energy in it. You're going to use it as a stronger brush stroke. You're not going to like brush it on lightly. Okay, so this foundation, you want to empty the dropper because what's in the dropper didn't get shaken. So we want to empty the dropper, give it a good shake. This is the Liquid Touch Foundation, nicknamed Liquid Gold. It's a medium, I would say medium to a light to medium coverage. It's not the full coverage. When you guys see the foundation covering like really a lot of rosacea and breakouts, that's actually mixed together with a little bit of concealer. This concealer covers everything. It's a skin perfecting concealer. So if you have that issue, you want to mix this with concealer. But right now, I'm just using the foundation. So thankfully with the skincare, I don't have a bunch of breakouts like I used to, or I would be using it right now. Okay, so I'm at 5 little dots right around the edge. Now with foundation, you want to just tap the center, forehead, cheeks. See how I'm just staying within the center of my face? Okay, and why I'm tapping this is because I really want to disperse the foundation evenly on the face before I just go in. I see a lot of people starting on their cheeks, and that just makes a lot of foundation still like stay in one area. And what you want to do with foundation is actually start from the center of your face and disperse it evenly out. So it's not like you're wearing a mask. You don't want to wear a mask with your foundation. You want to just have this even looking coverage that kind of gradually goes out towards the hairline. Okay, so I like to start with my nose for that reason too. And blend it out. And this brush is just so fabulous because as you can see, I've done eyeshadow and I can actually clean up my eyeshadow with this edge. If I was doing a smoky eye, I would go back after foundation and add more eyeshadow. But today, I didn't do a smoky eye, but I did a little bit of under eye. So I knew that I would come back and clean that up with my foundation with this brush. All right, so you see how my brush strokes are starting from the center and coming out, out, out. Kind of picture a starburst. So if you can picture you applying your foundation as a starburst, the forehead, see how I'm coming out? I can use this brush again. Why I love it is to go over the top of my brows. And I'm not gonna lose them because I don't have a lot of brow. Actually, this is mostly makeup. Up until here is my actual natural brow. And I don't wanna rub that off with this foundation. With any foundation, not this foundation, with any foundation. Okay, so see how I'm making brush strokes towards the hairline? Another mistake I see a lot of people make, and I'm going down, is they're just crazy, you know? It's like you don't be crazy with your foundation. I love this angle. I can really get in there. Quick tip for hooded eyes, when you want to like get an angle, you need to look down and look directly into the mirror. If you do this, it's going to end up looking droopy. Ta-da! Okay, so this actual foundation goes on liquid. It's set to a satin matte. So I don't need to set it with powder, and that's a really great thing. So what I want to do now is, now you can see under the foundation, I've got a little bit of contour, a little bit of highlight showing through. Definitely hiding or using that shadow. I forgot to do my neck. You always want to bring your foundation down a little bit and just blend it into that contour. Okay, that's so cool. So what I want to do to finish up this look is what we talked about last time too, using your bronzer as a contour. So I'm grabbing a blush brush. This is a fluffy brush. It's rounded. It's not the same as a foundation brush that has this harsh edge. This is fluffy and rounded, and we want that rounded side. So I like to get the bronzer here, tap off that excess, and using the longer side right where I did the contour, just to kind of soften that up. Watch how this just softens that up. And get into the temple, because I didn't put the foundation, or I didn't put the highlighter stick in my temple area. But when you contour, you want to come around to your temple and around your face and then your cheek. Okay, so that's what we're going to do now. I was saving that for the bronzer trick. Okay, so get on your ear, come down on your jawline. I'm basically going over the area I did with the highlighter stick, just to give it a little more, actually, more of a sculpted look. And it also blends it and makes you look so perfectly like airbrushed. You look like airbrushed. An airbrush finish. And that's really a pretty look. It's not over the top. It's not all crazy. And it's just pretty, very wearable. Daytime look. So it's super, super wearable. The next thing we're going to do, just to finish the contour, see what a difference, just what a difference that makes. Grab the other side, the shiny side. I use the flat of the brush now, and I'm really getting it on there. Okay. Just above the dark shadow I just created, I want to put this golden color, because I want to create a roundness. I want to sculpt my cheeks and create a roundness. And that's how you do that. When you want to create a roundness or more of a contoured look, we're working with a shadow and we're creating a round highlight. That's why the shimmer is important, to catch the light. Anything shimmery, the light is going to catch, it's going to come forward. So we want to emphasize, and really, I look like I've got cheekbones now when I really don't. So this trick is really awesome. I'm going to grab a whole bunch more of that and just go right across my forehead. I'm bringing it down a little bit because, again, I feel like my forehead, I need to contour a little. Lastly, and I also, what I always do is I have a towel just sitting here on my lap, so I'm swirling my brush. You can use the same brush or you can use another one. I like to do both, just depends on what I'm doing. So grab your blush, and here's a quick tip too, a quick tip. Use a metallic blush. This is actually a rosy gold. There's little kind of gold flecks in there. And you want to smile and find the apples of your cheek and give it a little swipe, and then don't smile, and then go right above where you put that gold part of your bronzer. Not on top of it, but above it, and it's going to blend in just a little bit. If you want a really pretty daytime look, I saw Desi Perkins do this trick. She actually takes her blush and goes over her nose a little bit, kind of like a little sun-kissed look. And I was like, that is awesome. I love that. So now I do that too. Thank you, Desi. And that's how you're going to finish off your highlighter. Lastly, yes, let's do highlighter. Okay, so this is super, super, super important. Most of, well, actually all my products that I've used have been a kind of a liquid or a powder. So if you're using more of a liquid foundation like a BB, you're not going to want to use this. You're going to want to use a liquid highlighter, because you want to stay liquid to liquid. And then unless you're setting it. After you set it, you can go and brush on a little bit of that highlighter. But if you mix powdery products with creamy products, what's going to end up happening is it's going to, up close in the mirror, you're going to see like little crackles. It's going to like look crackly. So you have to stay with your consistency, you need to stay the same. So I'm sticking with powders today. And although this is liquid, it goes on liquid, but it sets to a satin matte. And so I don't even have to set it. See, I'm not like all like, I don't need to put powder everywhere and set it. So likewise, that being said, this is a cream to powder stick. So this particular item is a la mode Unique's Luminizer cream to powder stick. Okay. So what we're gonna do is the fun part. I love the bling right here on the cheekbone. I'm gonna go a little bit up, right here on the cheekbone, a little bit up. This is really gonna make the contour stand out, and you're just gonna use your finger. The heat of your finger is perfect. You really don't need a brush to do this. You don't need a blending bud. You just use the heat of your own finger. And you're just gonna really just tap the edges mostly so that you never wanna see where your makeup actually like starts and stops, okay? So if you're seeing like a start and stop in your makeup, that means just go blend more. And I'll show you a quick tip before we go on that, okay? So it's actually called just, you know, buffing everything out. If you feel like that's too harsh, then we'll fix that. I'll show you how to do that in just a second. So quick tip on the highlight. If you have hooded eyes, you're going to want to take it up to, like I just did a little C right here. If you do not have hooded eyes and you've got really deep set eyes and high brow bones, you're going to want to take that C up and right into your brow bone here. But for me, if I do that, it makes my eyes look smaller. It makes it look more shut because the light is going to be bouncing off that and catching that. So for me, and having hooded eyes, I just go right around just a little bit, just to give it that little highlight look. I like it. I love it, actually. Next thing we're gonna do is right down the nose, just a little bit. Here. Same thing, just touch it with your finger. The stick is so easy to use. Everything just comes out so pretty. Touch your chin right here, just like that. Okay. This is just gonna give a little bit of dimension to your face, just a little bit. It just adds a little tiny touch, and you can always just, you know, blend it out and like carry it out so it's not like a blob, you know. But if you didn't know I just did that, you would just like, you wouldn't even notice it on my face. It's just adding dimension. Add a little bit on your forehead, just like that, not too much, little tiny bit. If you use a powder, this is the areas you will use your powder as well. The powder highlight, you know, with the brush, with a fan brush like this is where you'd be powdering and doing all that fun stuff. Okay, so that just added a little bit of dimension, a little bit of pop. Don't forget the coolest trick ever for your lips, for your highlighter. I'm just gonna grab a bonbon, so I'm gonna keep it simple. This is a colored lip balm. But this episode is all about contour, so this is why we're doing this on the lips too. That's great, right? But let's turn it up. Grab that same highlighter, the white highlighter, and this works for any skin tone, so you definitely want to have a white highlighter in your repertoire for this purpose. You touch it to the center of your bottom and lip, just like that. Blend it. We don't want to pull it all the way to the ends of our lips because it'll take away the highlight effect. You just want a little pop in the center of your lip, okay? Put in a little bit. And there you go. You have a really fun, awesome daytime look. Your highlighter, what I do, because I always get a lip look on it when I do that, is I take a little napkin and I just wipe it off on the napkin and we are good to go. We're back to white and it's awesome. If you feel like, oh, I used a little bit too much, go top it again with your lip product or a lip gloss so that the highlight, just like on our face, is actually popping out from underneath. Okay, so it's a pretty look. Actually gives a little bit of a shimmery, goldy look without like being a lip gloss, actually. So it's really great to know that you can use these products together. Let me know if you guys do this already, or if you are like, wow, I want to try that. If you are like, wow, I want to try that, can you just like type wow? Because I'll know now that you want to try it, and I can help get some of this in your hands. If you already have one, I would love to know if you already do these tricks, because it is really, it was like mind blowing when I discovered this. And actually I discovered it by accident. I have all these highlighters and I was like, okay, I have all these highlighters and I do art looks. I do makeup art looks. And so I just was like, let me see what would happen if I use this as a contour stick. And then mind blown, underneath foundation, and then topping it off with my regular contour of bronzer, blush, and highlight just changed everything. It was just the best discovery ever. So if you guys already do that, that's great. Tell me if you already did it, because I had to discover it on my own, and it's a really awesome discovery. So thank you guys for watching episode 10. So excited. Double digits. It is just so fun doing this and doing these live shows on my wall, on my fan page. So thank you guys for being here. Please share this video. I think your friends would dig this trick. It really is cool. Simple, easy. I can wear this if I'm going out, if I'm gonna go, maybe go to work. Whatever the case is, this is just such an easy, usable, fast, quick look. And it's so pretty. It's just, people aren't even gonna understand why you look so good. And it's gonna be this under thing that you did with your highlighter stick. Okay, guys, so thank you so much for being here watching Beauty Graffiti. Come hang out with me every Friday at 12 p.m. PST. I'm looking forward to having surprises, giveaways, drawings. So please just like hit that like button, follow, choose to see first, and you'll always get that notification, because I know you're busy, girl. I know it. I know it. So thank you for being here. Definitely share this video, share the love, invite some friends. So I'm so excited. You guys take care. Have a great day and an amazing weekend.